वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् परमानन्दमाधवम्। The text that we are going to see is Manisha Panchakam. So Manisha Panchakam, Panchakam pentad, 5 verses. Panchakam, Shatkam, Ashtakam, Dashakam, these are all very famous. Tapovana Shatkam. So 6 verses on the real nature of Tapovanchi. Shatkam. Ashtakam also is well known. A lot of Ashtakams are there. Govinda Ashtakam, Krishna Ashtakam, Totaka Ashtakam, yes, Totaka Ashtakam, Madhura Ashtakam, 8 verses. Ashtakam. Dashakam also is known. So in Stotra literature, you have these categories. Of course, this is not a Stotra, it's a Prakarana Grantha. There are many kinds of Granthas. Moola Grantha. Then you have Bhashya Grantha. Then you have Tika Grantha. Grantha means text. Moola Grantha, the original text. The original text in our Sanatana Dharma is either the Veda, the Upanishad, or Sutra. So the Moola Grantha could be a Sutra Grantha or it could be a Veda Grantha. Now on the Moola Grantha, you have elaborate commentaries. Those commentaries are called as Bhashya. Therefore you have Bhashya Grantha explaining the Moola Grantha. Sometimes the Bhashya also requires explanation. So on the Bhashya you have a Grantha called Tika Grantha. Alright. So you have the Sutra, you got the Bhashya, you got the Tika. The Veda also I am saying in Sutra because the Vedic text contains such enormous depth in it that it becomes a Sutra. So sometimes the Moola Grantha is called a Sutra Grantha. We should not get confused. Sutra means only Brahma Sutra. No, it is not like that. So in the term Sutra itself is included the Veda also, all Moola Granthas. So the Sutra Grantha or Moola Grantha is a synonymous term. The Sutra Grantha, Bhashya Grantha, Tika Grantha, and then you have something called Tippani. That is also a type of Grantha. Tika takes passages of the Bhashya and elucidates it. Tippani is very interesting. Tippani is short notes. So on the Mula Grantha also, the Tippani covers the Mula Grantha, the Tippani covers the Bhashya, and the Tippani covers even the Tika. When you write something, when you listen to something, on the side of the book you write, na? You put a star, and then you put on a side you write. That's called Tippani. You may say in English, you can say footnotes. So footnote Grantha is Tippani Grantha. Right? So these, what I told you now, Mula Grantha or Sutra Grantha, Bhashya Grantha, Tika Grantha, Tippani Grantha, these all belong to one category. Then comes another category altogether. Right? So these all comes under the Shastra. Shastra. So under the Shastra you have all these things together. You have a perfect Shastra. Shastra means complete. Complete exposition is called Shastra. Okay. Now the Shastra covers a wide range of topics. Sometimes the breadth of the coverage causes difficulty. Because too much covered, and therefore there arises a need to help students who cannot go into the Shastra Grantha, and that need is fulfilled by Prakarana Grantha. If Shastra can be translated as whole set, Prakarana can be translated as subset. If Shastra is whole, Prakarana is topical. And that is why Prakarana Grantha is sometimes translated as topical text in English. The word Prakarana itself means topic only. Right? So you have Prakarana Grantha. Now, Prakarana Grantha can also be of many types. Prakarana Grantha could be Padya or Gadya. Take Upadesha Sahasri. It has got both Padya and Gadya. Some texts are only... What is Padya? Padya is prose, Gadya is poetry. In form of shlokas. What did I say? I told opposite. Achha. Gadya is prose, Padya is poetry. Yes, Gadya, Padya. Now, Gadya example you can take. There is a Tattvabodha is an example of Gadya. There is one more text, Panchikarana, written by Sureshwara Acharya. Prakarana Granthas. In Prakarana Granthas you have these kind of. Now in Padya, examples are Viveka Chudamani, Atmabodha, and all those things. Manisha Panchakam also is a Prakarana Grantha in the category of Padya. Okay? So now we have seen Shastra Grantha. In Shastra Grantha were all the various kinds of Grantha. Then we saw Prakarana Grantha. In Prakarana Grantha we have seen two types, Padya as well as Gadya. And then we saw Manisha Panchakam is a Prakarana Grantha. And what type of Prakarana Grantha is that? Manisha Panchakam is a Padya. Right? This much. Alright. Now, Panchakam, that itself shows it is Padya. Is it not? Because it is poetry. You have 5 verses. So now we have understood the topic of Panchakam. Okay, this much is explanation for Panchakam. To understand Panchakam, you have to understand so many things in its broad spectrum. Alright. So this is Panchakam, 5 verses on Manisha. She is coming day after tomorrow. Manisha here, of course, girls are given name Manisha in our. Very nice to give the name Manisha. It's a good word also. The word Manisha means intelligence, intellect, thinking, understanding, conviction. All these meanings come under the term word Manisha. In the Amarakosha, we have different chapters. I think the third chapter of it is called the Varga. The category, Varga means category, the category of the. The first verse has the word Manisha. Buddhir Manisha Dishana. Di Prajna Manisha Dishana. Di Prajna Shemushi Matihi. Prekshopalabdischit. Samvit Pratipat Nyapti. Like that, you have. So it tells you this, our Amarakosha gives you the synonyms of the various. I think there are 13 words which speaks about what is Manisha. I think I noted down somewhere. Buddhir Manisha Dishana Dih Prajna Shemushi Matihi Prekshopalabdischit Samvit Pratipat Nyapti Chetana. So these are the various terms which represents. I'll say the term one by one, though I told the verse. Buddhir. So first word for Manisha, synonym is Buddhi. Manisha. Next word is Dishana. Buddhir Manisha Dishana. Dihi. Next word. Prajna. Shemushi. That is also it's a very specific. Shemushi. Buddhir Manisha Dishana. Di Prajna Shemushi Matihi. Next word. Then Preksha. One more word. Upalabdihi. Then Chit. Then Samvit. Samvit is number 11 in your total. Yes, 11. Then Pratipat. Then Nyapti. Nyapti. Jnapti. Nyapti. If you want GNA, but actually it's JNA only. Nyapti. Then Chetana. Okay. So if you know Amarakosha, you can know what are the synonyms also. Buddhir Manisha Dishana. Di Prajna Shemushi Matihi. Prekshopalabdischit. Prekshopalabdischit. Samvit Pratipatnyapti Chetana. Okay. This much is there. So what does Manisha mean? Manisha means Buddhi, understanding, intelligence. Here, the word Manisha is used in the sense of conviction. So when we say Manisha Panchakam, it means 5 verses on conviction. What is this suddenly 5 verses on conviction? Meaning, somebody had asked Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya is the author of this text. So somebody has asked Shankaracharya, has tested him, and he has reason to say, this is my conviction. The reason to say. And in 5 verses, he has given out his conviction. So there is a nimitta for Shankaracharya to come out with these 5 verses on conviction. What is this nimitta? What is the cause? There's a story behind it. I'll read out that story here in Sanskrit and then I will tell you the meaning. Kadachit Shankaracharya. At one time, Shankaracharya. Kadachit Shankaracharya Kashim Pratipurim Yayau. He went towards Prati, Kashim Purim. He went to Kashi. Meaning, in his Digvijaya, after conquering all great scholars, many of them renowned internationally, nationally, you can say, in various fields of knowledge, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa, Sankhya, Yoga, Shakta, various Mata also, Shakta, Ganapatya, etc., etc. So he, after writing his commentaries, Ashtame Chaturo Vedaha, at the age of 8, he completed the study of all the Vedas. Dvadashe Sarva Shastrabit, at the age of 12, he mastered every possible scripture. Ashtame Chaturo Veda means the Vedas, the entire chanting of the Vedas, which is supposed to be done in the brahmacharya ashrama, he had mastered. At 8, people go to brahmacharya ashrama. At 8, he finished Ashtame Chaturo Veda. And after finishing the Vedas up to the age of probably 16, 18, people read other Shastras after that. Dvadashe Sarva Shastravit. At the age of 12, he completed all Shastra. What is all Shastra here? All the Vedangas also, Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chanda, Jyotisha. Then all the Upavedas, Ayurveda, then Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda, Sthapatya Veda, Artha Shastra. Then all the Puranas, 18 Puranas, 18 Upapuranas. So this Chaturdasha Vidyasthana is there in our Shastra, the 14 Vidyasthana. Angani Vedas Chatvaro Purano Nyaya Vistaraha Mimamsa Dharma Shastram Cha Vidya Hetas Chaturdasha. So all the 14. So this is Angani Vedas Chatvaro. The 4 Vedas is there. Angani, the 6. Angani Shiksha Kalpa Vyakarana Nirukta Chanda Jyotisha, 6. Purano, all the 18 Puranas and the 18 Upapuranas. Nyaya Vistaraha, Nyaya, the Pramana Shastra. Mimamsa is a Vakya Shastra. Mimamsa Dharma Shastrancha. The entire, all the Dharma Shastra, Yajnavalkya Smriti, Manu Smriti, all of them come under Dharma Shastra. Mimamsa Dharma Shastrancha. Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa and Purva Mimamsa. The Vedanta as well as the Karma Kanda. Dharma Shastram cha. I told you Manu Smriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, etc. Vidya Hetash Chaturdasha. These are the 14 fields of knowledge. So all these things he completed in Dvadashe Sarva Shastravit. Shodashe Kritavan Bhashyam. At the age of 16, he wrote the commentaries on the Prasthanatraya. Shodashe Kritavan Bhashyam. Dvatrimshe Munihi Abhyagat. At the age of 32, he finished his life work and he went away. Now, after writing all the Bhashyas at that time, then Kadachit Shankaracharya. Then he went to expound all the knowledge, establish the truth of Vedanta, Advaita Brahman, throughout the length and breadth of the country. And during this Vijaya Yatra, Digvijaya Yatra, as they say, Kadachit, at that time, Shankaracharya, Kashim Pratipurim Yayau, he went to Kashi. So that is the incident. Then what is happening there? Tasya Shankaracharya, of the Shankaracharya, Jnana Parikshanartam. He is giving knowledge to everybody, no? He has become Guru, Jagat Guru now. So when Jagat Guru is giving the knowledge to everybody, Jagadishwara, what does Lord Shiva do? Jagadishwara, Jnana Parikshanartam. He wants to test his knowledge. To test Jagat Guru's knowledge, Jagadishwara only can come. Who else can come? Tasya Jnana Parikshanartam. He wants to test his knowledge. Why? Because Shankaracharya is his Amsha alone, no? So he wants to see his own glory actually. Tasya jnana parikshanartam kaschit. That kaschit devaha. Kaschit deva doesn't mean some god. Kaschit deva means that incomparable God. Kaschit devaha. You cannot describe how he is. Kaschit only you can say. Incomparable God. Samahagataha. He arrived. And how did he arrive? Chandala Rupa. He took the form of a Chandala. Nowadays we don't see Chandala, therefore we do not know. We do not know Chandala and all those things. Times have changed now. In Kashi, Chandala also is king. Chandala is a king. All the Harishchandra Ghat, Ashwamedha Ghat, all these ghats are under his control. The main job of Chandala in Kashi especially is to bury or burn. Burn and bury is same or different? Different, na? Cremate, burn. Is to burn these bodies, cremate the bodies. Right? So he stands near that body, that body which is being cremated, and with a stick he turns this, that and all he does, and he burns. That is his main work. So he came as that Chandala. And the Chandala's favorite food is dog. That is why they call, other name for Chandala is called Shwapacha. Shunaka, Pachati. He cooks. Okay? Don't ask me why he is eating dogs and all those. That is not my problem. So his food is dog. His work is near in the burial ground. And naturally you can imagine how he would be looking. Right? And always he has, in his leather bottle, he has, that work is very difficult. Burning all the bodies and all. So, usually what these people do is that they're always in a different world. From that bottle, whenever they want, they can sip in a different world. And taking bath and all is not required for them. They don't like bath. They're very happy without bath and all. And what dress they will wear? Animals, cows and all, when they die, they eat the dead cows also. And then that skin they take and they cover themselves. That is how they are. So this taking this form. Anybody who is slightly dirty comes and touches you, you say, hey, don't touch. Even a small child, you may be father and maybe your own child. But if the child, you're going to the office, coated, suited, booted, nicely ironed, everything you're wearing and going. And one baby, your own child only, eating banana only. Not anything, eating banana, and then, small children also, they, in their own, wherever they're sitting also, they finish their one job, two job, all those things, If the child comes, Papa, what do you do? Don't touch me. Isn't that natural? Shankaracharya is going to go to Kashi to offer his worship to Bhagwan. Kashi Vishwanath is going. So all the Shishyas, all of them, he in the front, they chanting Om Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapa Sabomim Vishwato Vritva. Early morning 5:30, going to Kashi temple. And Kashi, the roads are even now very, very small. One buffalo comes, you cannot go there. If you have been to Kashi, you will understand what I am talking. One buffalo, this much only street will be there. If a cycle rickshaw comes, everybody will have to stop like this and they allow way for the cycle rickshaw to go, and then only they can go. So this Chandala, he took a form of Chandala. And Chandalas, they have dogs with them. So with 4 dogs, he is going. Shankaracharya is going this way, the Chandala is coming this way. So, Chandala Rupi Tam Drishtva. That God who has taken the Chandala form, that Lord Shiva, Tam Drishtva, seeing that, he is going to temple. And here is somebody coming. You cannot say, join with me and let us go to temple. He is not that kind of fellow. Tam Drishtva, what did Shankaracharya say? gacCha, iti cha abravit. Gaccha means move, go away. Meaning, if I touch you, I have to again go take bath. And you are like Apashakuna. When I am going to Lord's place, you are coming here. Now, what is this? Gaccha. Shishya should have told, I think, but he told. Whatever it is there. Shankaracharya said, Shishya should do the job. Before that, they should go and say, Guru is coming, clear the path. They did not do. They could have done, but the Lord Shiva does not come, 15 minutes before itself he starts walking. No, he can come anytime. No, suddenly he is there. Gaccha. In English, if you want to say gaccha, you can say get out. Right? With force, try saying. So gaccha, iti cha abravit. In this way, Shankaracharya said. Now, tata uktavantam acharyam. This great teacher who is saying gaccha. Tata uktavantam. Seeing that I am a Chandala, he has told go away. Na? If it had been somebody else, would he have said go away? No, he would not have told. Tata uktavantam acharyam saha devaha. That God, that deity, punaha abravit. It started saying. That Chandala started speaking. Okay. We are talking of why Manisha. 5 verses for conviction. Why? When he said gaccha, immediately that Chandala posed a question. Right? What is that question? Let us read. annamayAd annamayam athavA caitanyameva caitanya annamayAd annamayam athavA caitanyameva caitanyAt dvijavara dUrIkartum vAnChasi Kim brUhi gacCheti annamayAd annamayam athavA caitanyameva caitanya dUrIkartum vAnChasi Kim brUhi gacCheti. Nonsense. Kim brUhi. What did you say? What did you tell? Utter nonsense. That Kim brUhi is utter nonsense. Okay. You said gaccha, is it not? Go away. What do you mean by that? Does it have any meaning? Does that stand the test of wisdom? Telling me go away. What's the problem? Go away is a simple thing. Why do you say it is? Why do you say whether it can stand the test of knowledge and understanding? Because the Chandala explains. annamayAd annamayam. He gives Shankaracharya 2 options. annamayAd annamayam. From annamaya, another annamaya, dUrIkartum vAnChasi. You want to move away from you, annamaya, want to move away from another annamaya. When you say go away at me with such derision and with such nose turned upward and with eyes closed and with such kind of feeling of despicability, when you look at me and say, get away, what do you mean? Do you want this annamaya to go away from this annamaya? annamayAt, Chandala Vishishta annamayAt. You are also annamaya. I am also annamaya. The Upanishad says, Sava Yesha Purushaha Annarasamaya. This man is nothing but annamaya. Food only we are all. I am also food, you are also food. It's very interesting how much food we eat and still we remain so short. Na? Just imagine the amount of food we have all eaten from our childhood. If we have to put in one place, it will be a mountain. At least a mount it will be. Is it not? So I am also food, you are also food. Come on, what is the difference? Ultimately, it is digested into carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins. That is all it is. So, this body, you want to take this body away from this body, which is also food. What's the big deal you are achieving? There's no difference. Why do you want to do it? Otherwise, caitanyameva caitanyAt. Or you want, okay, you know, you are a guru, they say, I came here to learn something from you. But you are telling, go away. Either from sopadika drishti or nirupadika drishti, we can say. From the stand of upadis, we both are only annamaya. And from the stand of Chaitanya, then also how can caitanyameva caitanyAt, how can Chaitanya go away from Chaitanya? Because caitanyameva caitanyam, no. There is no two Chaitanya. Ekameva advitiyam. Chaitanya being one, where can one Chaitanya move from another Chaitanya? And Chaitanya being sarvavyapi and one, how can Chaitanya move from one place to another? Number one, Chaitanya is one. The same Chaitanya is in you, the same Chaitanya is in me. Number two, the Chaitanya is not only one, the Chaitanya is sarvavyapi. When it is one, there is no movement, because movement is always possible in duality. I cannot say my Chaitanya is different from your Chaitanya, because Chaitanya is one. And second thing, Chaitanya is all pervasive. Then also, how can movement be possible? dUrIkartum vAnChasi. You desire. You want it. Abhilashasi. You desire that this Chaitanya should move from Chaitanya. As though there are two Chaitanyas, you Advaitin. Or if you look at the standpoint of the body, what is the difference between both of us? I may not have taken bath, so what? I am also Panchamahabhuta, you are also Panchamahabhuta. So, what is it you mean by that? Answer. Kim brUhi, gacCha gacChesi. Kim brUhi, gacCha gacCheti. What is it that you mean by telling, go away? What should go away? Batao. If you say body should go away, there is no difference from my body and your body. So there is no low and high with respect to body. And if you say Chaitanya should move away, Chaitanya cannot move away because it is one and because it is all pervasive. Kim brUhi. So this is in essence. In other words, what the Chandala is telling is that, where is your Advaita Jnana? How do you, with what authority can you teach anybody? If you yourself are falling down, not understanding the ultimate truth. Who is asking? Lord Shiva is asking. Now, if Shankaracharya had told at that time, you Chandala, how dare you talk all this nonsense? Get out, I say. If Shankaracharya told that, then he is a Ajnani. Of course, Shankaracharya only told what is normal vyavahara. Not. Normal vyavahara is I am going to the temple now. At this time I am taken a bath in the Ganges. Now taking Ganges water to Kashi Vishwanath I am going. At that time there is somebody coming here and blocking my way. Now Shankaracharya told, move away. Maybe with a slight derision, which is not, it is not something which is not understandable or anything. That is understandable. Right? Understandable. But then the Chandala immediately asked a question which prompted Shankaracharya to expound what is his conviction. And therefore, explaining his conviction, Shankaracharya passes the test which has been given to him by Lord Shiva as a Chandala. It is like question paper given by Lord Shiva. And Shankaracharya writes the answer. And after he writes the answer, Lord Shiva gives 100 marks. So, that is what Manisha Panchakam is. So, 5 verses where Shankaracharya has answered the question of the Chandala by giving expression to the ultimate Advaitic conviction. Right? Now, in this Manisha Panchakam, 5 verses are there. The beauty of this Manisha Panchakam is this: in these 5 verses, Shankaracharya summarizes all the Vedas. This is all the Vedas means what? Vedas are not 5. Na? One Veda has been divided into 4. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, athavA Veda. And each of the 4 Vedas have got one Mahavakya. It is wrong to say each of the 4 Vedas have got one Mahavakya, because every Upanishad will have one Mahavakya. And every Veda has got many Upanishads. But for each Veda, one Mahavakya is taken as a sample. Why do I say every Upanishad should have a Mahavakya? Because Upanishad points out the Jiva Brahmaikya. And every Upanishad does speak about Jiva Brahmaikya, and therefore every Upanishad has a Mahavakya. Mahavakya is an identity revealing statement. Jiva Brahma Aikya Nyapakam Vakyam Mahavakyam. Right? And therefore, every Upanishad will have a Mahavakya. If you take Rig Veda, many Upanishads are there. Yajur Veda also many Upanishads are there. Sama Veda, athavA Veda. Every Veda there are many Upanishads. And every Upanishad will have a Mahavakya. But when we say one Mahavakya from one Veda, what we mean is that one Mahavakya is taken as sample. Oru Paanekku oru soru padam. Yeah. In Tamil we say, whether the food is cooked or not, you don't have to... One rice from anywhere in the pot is sufficient. In the same way, one Mahavakya from one of the Upanishads, from one of the Veda, stands as a Mahavakya. So in Rig Veda, we have the Mahavakya, Prajnanam Brahma. That's from which Upanishad? Aitreya Upanishad. So, of the 5 verses, the first verse is dealing with the Rig Veda and explains the Mahavakya Prajnanam Brahma. So, entire Veda can be summarized as a Mahavakya Prajnanam Brahma. So, what is the summary of the entire Rig Veda? You should say Prajnanam Brahma. So, that Prajnanam Brahma is explained in the first verse. So, his conviction. Now, based on Rig Veda, he gives his conviction. The second Veda is Yajur Veda. The Mahavakya there is Aham Brahmasmi, which is from the Baradaranyaka Upanishad. So, Aham Brahmasmi summarizes the Yajur Veda, and Shankaracharya in the second verse of the Manisha Panchakam summarizes the Yajur Veda through explaining the Aham Brahmasmi Mahavakya. Samaveda, the Mahavakya is Tatvamasi, occurring in the Chandogya Upanishad. So, the third verse of the Manisha Panchakam summarizes Samaveda through explaining the Mahavakya Tatvamasi. So also the fourth one summarizes the atharva Veda through the Mahavakya Ayam Atma Brahma occurring in the Mandukya Upanishad. So 4 verses out of the 5 verses Manisha Panchakam, 4 verses summarizes all the 4 Vedas by explaining their Mahavakyas. And thus Shankaracharya says, Ityesha Manisha Mama. This Advaita Brahman is my firm conviction. What I said now is just Laukika, Vyavaharika. And I don't mind. I don't mind touching you. I am not that kind of person, Chandala, go away, don't touch. I am a practicing Advaitin. And after all the 5 verses, he prostrates to Shankaracharya. Prostrates to the Chandala. So, in Vyavahara also, when a jnani is asked for what is his conviction, he will not say Vyavaharik truth, he will only say Paramarthika truth as his conviction. So the Vyavahara of a jnani does not hide the jnani's Paramarthika vision. And that is why when the Chandala questioned the Vyavahara of Shankaracharya, Bhagavan Shankaracharya said, this Vyavaharika Drishti is not my Paramarthika Drishti. My Paramarthika Drishti is Ekameva Advitiya Brahma Drishti. And that is why Manisha Panchakam is explaining the conviction of Shankaracharya, wherein he rises above the Vyavaharika and tells what is his vision. So after 5 verses, the 4 verses are summary. And what is the 5th verse? The 5th verse speaks about the glory of a Brahmajnani, who the Chandala is. The Chandala is a jnani. He asked about Lord Shiva only, of course. But the Chandala here represents that Guru who is asking for the truth. And then Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, anybody who has got this conviction, what I have, and I know you also have, and therefore you are my Guru too. Anybody who has got this conviction is Guru. Is Loka Guru. And you are my Guru too, because you also have this conviction. And then he prostrates. People sometimes, mistakenly say, Shankaracharya also had got the social taboos. He was also a person who was seeing Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, all the Jati and all those things. It is not that. The very fact that he tells what is his conviction and prostrates shows what is his real state in which he abides. Right? And thus we have Manisha Panchakam. 5 verses. Now I just now touched about the verse annamayAd annamayam. That verse requires a little more explanation that we shall take up in the next class. Alright. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.